3, 2, 1, and keep smiling.
It's another Friday, and right here at Pulse Celeb 254, we have another beautiful guest. Her name is Ann Muli. She's a lifestyle content creator, and now she's also an actress on the show, now on Showmax, The Chocolate Empire. Hi, Ann.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
First of all, kuna watu wanakulizanga kama you're related to Lily and Molly.
Yeah. I get those questions a few times. Yeah. Guys, I'm not related to Lily and Muli.
Clarify.
Yeah. I want to say categorically that I'm not related to Lily and Muli, but she is amazing, of course.
Right. So, salimie kwanza.
Oh, hi. My name is Ann Muli. I'm a content creator. I'm also an actress. I run a business, a production company called Adia Diary Production. Yeah, I'm a jack of I'm a Jane of a lot of trades.
Jane, correct. Yeah. Karibu sana hapa Pulse Celeb 254.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you. Happy to get to know who you are. So first of all, first things first, let's talk about the show on Showmax. It's called The Chocolate Empire. Manze, ulifika huko aje?
Nili audition mazee, kama kila msee, nili audition too. But you know, it's funny because how they even got me to audition is through social media. I think social media is a very powerful tool. So they saw one of my videos, like one of the producers, Grace from Insignia, saw my video, and she contacted the casting director and told him that bring her to audition. I want her to audition, and yeah, it just felt right. When I did the audition, they felt I was fit for it, and even then kapata job.
So when I watched the trailer, there's a line that really stood out.
Yeah.
The one for umeanza kukua mwanamke wa Wakoinange, that part where I was just like, that is coming on strong. On the show, there's Sanaipe Tandy as well. There's Jimmy Gathu, kuna Makena Kahuha, who was meant to be here.
Yeah.
But they weren't meant to be here, along other actors and actresses who are absolutely amazing. But let me ask you about your role on Chocolate Empire. Hey! So your mom, you need to help your mom.
Yeah.
And so kwa hizo harakati,
nikatafuta kazi kwa bar, nikaenda nikapatana na JB Mauzo, which is played by Jimmy Gathu.
Correct.
And yeah, he takes interest in Lily also because he sees also where Lily comes from, where she's raised, or where her mom is from, is where JB was also raised. That is now Jimmy Gathu's role. So yeah, niko kwa harakati za kusaidia madhe because we're almost being evicted.
Right.
They want to repossess a lot of things, our staff basically. So tunahitaji do. We need money. So the only way for me to do that is for me to work at a bar. Yeah. At the moment, say hapo mali tumefika, say bado na work kwa bar. Lily haja evolve, but my character really takes flips a switch na tutaiona. I think slowly you'll see the character evolve. But yeah, kama ushaona hiyo line ya mwanamke wa Koinange, you can get a feel of what my character will become.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of Showmax shows usually reflect what is happening in the society. Would you say Chocolate Empire also a bit of what is actually happening today?
100%. I'm sure this type of business, like that cigar lounge that is being run by JB Mauzo, needs a happy ending, and we know they exist. We know those kind of bars exist, or like lounges exist where it's only exclusive people, and it's for the watu wa pesa.
Ile pesa fulani
hiyo pesa, watu wako na hiyo float. Yeah, that's a business that's definitely there. So it's definitely relatable to the Kenyan market because it's not something that's new or foreign to people.
Right.
Also, people do sleep around for money. Like people sleep with powerful people for money.
Correct.
Yeah, the escort businesses are something that is common. So siwezi sema it's far from home.
Yeah, which
Chocolate
is
Empire
what I
definitely
actually
close to
wanted
home.
us to talk about, Maze. Hiyo kitu ya that element of having to sell your body in exchange for money. It's a business that has been here even before we were born, my friend. You know, it's been here forever. However, let's just talk about it, especially like today, in today's society. We are finding a lot of people, why am I saying people? A lot of women are being killed in the harakati za hizo vitu. Hence, kuna hiyo mambo ya femicide and femicide. I mean, what's your take on that, Maze? Watu lazima watoke kwa block. Lakini njia ambazo wanatumia
ndio questionable. I will say there's no shame in the hustle because wacha tu mimi ni morals zangu zinani prevent from doing that, but I can't fault someone because even as I was playing Lily's character, she's a victim of circumstance. Like it's what she's going through that's making her okay, you know what, I have to do this. Like I gotta do what I gotta do, and I understand when you know people face that predicament. So wakijipata in that situation, I would say it's understandable, it's unfortunate, but it's understandable. So it's a business that's there. And even with the characters that you see on the Chocolate Empire, especially your Chocolate Factory, now the chocolates, they're called the chocolates, the escorts now. Their stories are very relatable to what happens because unapata ka umoja alikufa, the story follows is an investigation around the politician who dies during a session with with the Diamond, which is played by Mumbi Maina. So katika hiyo harakati, it was by mistake, it was a BDSM gone wrong. So inatuonyesha vile these situations are very diverse. Like vitu happen. Kuna moja mwenye sijui alitandikwa na the client, kuna moja unaona amekufa because of BDSM, another one Viagra, something happened. So it's very relatable to what happens in day-to-day life. It's unfortunate, but ni kitu iko, and I am glad that I was able to be part of this show that brings those kind of things to light. Yeah.
As Rona would say, kaa chonjo.
Kuna watu wanataka kumaliza.
Kaa chonjo. Umesema kitu fulani hapo that I want us to talk about BDSM. On the show there's a lot of intimacy, and there's somebody who brought to my attention that there's somebody called an intimacy coordinator.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? What?
That is basically somebody, there has to be an intimacy coordinator on set for such scenes. So for us it was Grace, who is also one of the directors, and she was really like present to make sure you're comfortable. When she's telling you how this scene is going to be run, she's like, okay, so he's going to put his hand here, you comfortable with that? Like just to make sure the cast is completely comfortable, and you don't do anything.
And consent is given.
Yeah, and consent is given. Yeah, usifanye kitu utaki kufanya.
Correct.
It's very important for them to be there. Also, just for you to be comfortable. Kuna set zingine zenye hiyo inaweza kosa kukuwa hapo, and you'll feel like there's a difference. The actor will not be comfortable. But in this one, I can tell you for a fact, like it was a very comfortable set, especially being that it's something new to me.
Yes.
Sijai fanya such a role before. So to have somebody like Grace Kahaki there present, it was very important to me.
Right.
Yeah. And even I'm sure to the girls who were playing the chocolates, she made it really comfortable for us on set.
I love it, and I can't wait to see it. I know you can't wait to see it. Go to Showmax right now. It is showing right now.
Yeah. New episode came out yesterday, so follow the story.
Yeah. So now, talk to us about when you were shooting. What was the most difficult scene, would you say?
For sure the intimate scenes, because it's new to me. Also Pia, there's also the intimate scenes that I had with my love interest in the show, which is Jimmy, JB Mauzo, played by Jimmy. Ni ngumu, because this is like it's Jimmy Gathu. I'm like, you're telling
legend.
me
Mambo ya legend. Kwanza weka kando.
Right.
Tell me what.
So I had to weka mambo ya legend kando, literally. Like I had to understand that this is Lily, and this is JB. This is not Ann Muli, and this is not Jimmy Gathu. We all have our separate lives. So getting into that scene was nerve-wracking, but the directors made it comfortable. I'd say that was a difficult one, and also there's one where it it's not yet out, but it's those scenes where I have to channel a lot of anger. There's a scene where I'm really going at it with JB, Jimmy, and we kept doing it multiple times. Tunaifanya, and then the director is like, no, I feel like you're at 5. I want a 7.
Kasirika.
Give me 7, yeah. So I do 7. She's like, okay, now I know you've done 7. You can give me 9. So we did it a couple of times. By the time I'm done, because naturally Ann Muli is jam evil. Like I don't get that. Like I don't blow up that
like
much.
they don't get you out of character.
Yeah, they don't get me out of character.
Right.
But for this one, I had to like channel, kujam kabisa, and it really came out. I can't wait to see that scene. That's one of the scenes. It hasn't aired yet, but it's one of the scenes I look forward to seeing for sure. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with Ann Muli. If you've just joined, she's a lifestyle influencer and actress on the show, The Chocolate Empire. That's what we're actually talking about, ladies and gentlemen. It's now on Showmax. However, if you have a question for Ann Muli, if you have a compliment, if there's something that you've always wanted to ask her, this is the time to do that. Definitely write it down in the comments and I will get to you, right? So, tuongelele mambo ya, you're a content creator. Far from being an actress, you're also a content creator. For how long have you been a content creator?
Since COVID was the birth of my career in terms of content, because tulikuwa home, there's nothing we're doing. I graduated uni in 2019, then COVID hit in 2020.
Wait, when you graduated 2019?
Mimi mzee ama mimi ni mnyama?
Mimi ndio mzee bwana.
Relax.
Wacha haya.
Wapi bwana na watoto?
Watoto check. Hapo pengine. God damn it. Okay, let's
Pole.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started in 2020, yeah, when COVID hit. That's when I was like, you know what? And I was still living in my parents' house, but Nico, I need to do something. I need to just do something. And then I've always had the passion for like shooting content, editing. Like I love editing. Even with my production company, like I'm mostly your back end, kazi ya ku-edit, to make sure kazi inakaa vizuri. Yeah, that's my job. So nili make sure nimeanza your time when people are home and there's so much attention of people on their phones. Yeah, and that's how I grew. Like I grew so much in that the first 2 years I started doing it, and immediately after, within the first year I was already working with a few brands. So naweza sema hiyo COVID ilisaidia mi kwangu personally, na it was bad. It came with its downside, but it birthed my career for sure.
So it's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6 years.
Yeah, no, yeah, hesabu 22. Umehesabu 29, usihesabu 2019.
Or 2020. So it's been 5 years.
5 years.
Okay. So actually today, or rather, you have a brand new partnership with Savannah.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
I didn't make research.
We're doing our research.
Yeah. My question about that was, a lot of influencers probably are invested in a lot of brands, yeah? So utapata leo nauza washing machine. Okay, lazima tutafute the brand. Yeah, you're not get, it's a given. However, do you feel like the influencer market right now is oversaturated?
I don't think so. I feel like good creators are there, definitely, because hata pia mimi nikijangalia as Ann Muli as a brand, I would not take up certain brands kama naona haifit nini yangu, kama haifit who I am. Like Savannah fits in so well into my lifestyle content.
Talk to us about that, by the way.
Yeah, it fits in so well. Like Savannah is, because mi ni mtu wa sherehe pia. Like I love to go out. I love entertainment.
Outside.
Yeah, I love outside.
Right.
So when I'm outside, I do events a lot. Like I'm always nisikie sijui watu wangu Kodong wana perform mahali ndio mimi must make sure Costa ndio huyo. Like so I'm always outside, and Savannah is always my drink of choice.
Correct.
So it fits just so well into my lifestyle. Also when I'm hosting, because I love hosting, kwangu Savannah is always kitu yenye watu watakunywa kwa nyumba. So it fits in so well into my lifestyle that it wasn't hard for me to just say, yeah, this is a partnership I definitely want.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it for you, man. So
good creators are there. It's not oversaturated. Yes, creators ni wengi pia. That's another thing. Like creators ni wengi. But I feel like saa zingine brands fail to pick the right creator for their brand. So it looks like, mbona umepea? Sijui wewe ni kuambia ufanye sijui brand gani. kitu ya hata yenye ni ya wanaume.
Brand usiseme.
Like nikupe ufanye a brand that's for a male audience, so it doesn't fit you. Yeah.
There's a line.
Or if you didn't have me sina mtoto, if I'm given a brand that is for moms, it doesn't make sense for me to take such a partnership. Basically. So sazingine it's a brands need to understand how to pick the right creator for the brand. So
you've said something about Cordon Clan, and it's just came to my mind. I heard there's a rumor that you were going out with Okelo Max. Is that true?
Okelo Max akiulizwa yeye anasema Okelo Max akiulizwa yeye anasema nini? Aseme.
Umesema hivyo wale. Hivyo ndio umesema. Na yeye Okelo Max akiulizwa
yeye anasema nini?
Yeye
anasema nini?
Kuuliza unaweza date msanii online?
Kudate msanii ni tough. Kudate msanii ni tough.
Ongea hivyo ni kama nimerelate.
Ni tuambie sema. Kudate msanii ni tough. It's a heartbreak waiting to happen. 10 out of 10 do not recommend. Okay? Hata mimi fellow actors, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, like it comes with 90-day warranty. Guys.
Mwe ni short term partnership. Usifikirie vitu long term sana.
Usifikirie hapa hivi usiulize who are we, what are we.
Kuna watu wanataka kukumaliza.
Kuna watu kaa chonjo. I love it. Do you have any question for me?
Wewe unaweza date msanii ama pia umesema umesema nika una relate labda tuambie.
Nieleke hiyo mambo. Siwezi.
No, it's unajili TikTok ya nikumedia kifo cha nataka kuwatambulisha kifo cha in Kikuyu, that TikTok that says it's that waiting to happen. Ukidate msanii that's waiting to happen.
I feel like that's where you go wrong.
That's where you go wrong. Yeah,
utaband. Hey, that's all right. So thank you very much for your time. Please tell people to watch the show.
Yes, please guys, kama hujashika Showmax, I don't know what you're waiting for. Like, what are you doing with your life?
Right.
It's a Friday, you know, unaweza tuenda home pia leo chill. Ama kama unaenda out ni sawa, nimesema mimi ni mtu wa sherehe, let me be on brand. Unaweza enda sherehe, siwasomei, lakini kesho sato ukiamka na una chill tu kwa nyumba nini, shika Showmax, weka Chocolate Empire and get to watch the amazing cast that is delivering amazing performances. Yani kila mtu ali bring their A game, by the way. So shout out to actually the cast and the crew and the producers. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And shika Showmax, watch Chocolate Empire.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from Ann Muli, lifestyle influencer, content creator, and actress. She told us all about the show Chocolate Empire. We ikona sana ipi tende, ikona makana kehehe,
ikona Jimmy Gathe,
nani mwingine nimekosa kusema.
Ikona
Kyle is my friend.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Right, that's you've heard it.
Stellar cast.
A game. They brought the A game. That's what we are trying to tell you, right? So make sure you go onto Showmax and watch the show. I've been your host, Mudhoni Irongo, and this has been Pulse Live Kenya. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to like this video. Until another time, guys. Peace.
Bye.